everybody in the world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is.
Both French riders have crashed. DaCosta, though, is out of split second there. His car push and takes him straight back, and he's now spun. You can't really plan for these things, but the only way to read back and potentially better than ever. But he's got Hakim Dinesh, the series. True, very true. This is part. Well, it's a bit like yesterday as well. I mean, absolutely run away with it. He's got the measure on every single rider in this class.
Of course, if he does, you know, he could end up with a long lap penalty. And now battling for the podium positions and potentially the win.
This is the rider that you.
Fernandez has a long lap warning.
No, I just saw him go over
Of action, and it's Karpushin who has the advantage over Gonzalez and Morelli.
Well and truly conceded this. He'll clearly be aware that there's a third.
Helmet is very clear at the head of the field, and he crosses the line.
Did Benyat Fernandez as he goes quicker once again. 157 points.
The
chasers. Yeah, there we go.
Karpushin takes the lead. The man, you know, 3/4 of a second out of him, but there's a 12-second advantage. And
it's Karpushin versus Gonzalez at the moment. Two riders. One's just finished
remaining, and a gap of 12 seconds back to Hakim Dinesh.
Eda Britama is going to lose a lot of places right now as Morelli
has a very handsome lead over Carter Thompson. Carter from the back today and is very much in the hunt. It's the tyres or something like that. Right, there is the number 7 of the race. Let's see if he can try and do it again. That's the 7 of Benyat Fernandez. All those classes, especially in Moto 3. So I think there's something odd with the 7
there, I suppose.
And it is the 11th of David. We had falls there, and through practice I could see a lot of guys having man battle for the lead again.
And Uriarte is the one that he pushed back into 6th, and one of the problem corners here. If you're too eager on the gap in things in MotoGP.
And he's done it, hasn't he?
There he is.
Back in it now. Start to the season, is he, Joel?
No, unfortunately. Oh, that's a big high stack, Peter. Spoke to someone who's part of his management right behind him. Because he might not be able to hear us. We see Joel Pons side of the points yesterday. He didn't enjoy qualifying, finished 16th there. And he's just looking to his right there at one of the big TV screens that are trackside here. Now Morelli, who's in 6th spot. So Morelli, who had a
air suits there, they blow up, give them the maximum protection. Superb.
Marco Morelli just behind him, who was over a second and a half quicker than.
But all these guys, fortunately, walking away. 5 guys out front were all very well controlled, all super cool.
Of the race.
And he's furious with himself, isn't he?
Oh, it's another high side.
Same
with Hakim Dinesh there as we come towards turn 6. We mitigate for these things is to just go as fast as you can, as we see DaCosta's gone. This leader for company. Morelli moves up into 2nd, albeit for a single. The riders are going, oh, I wish I did this with the red flag. You can't. You can't. We've not seen the best of him so far this year, but the Argentinian looks.
Then perhaps Carter Thompson will wish that he'd kept that gap closer.
You said yesterday, he pointed out on his very best days he can absolutely limits there, so he doesn't need to be careful. He was well over the track limits there that time.
Because up into 3rd place, as he said, he's a disaster of a weekend, but he's
13-second gap back to Dinesh. He doesn't need to do anymore.
But did you say that? And there's now 5 laps remaining of Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup.
7 that time around. Carter Thompson 159.1. Carter is
from Kyrgyzstan has the advantage. That white. Only 4 laps remaining.
He did go beyond track limits there, though. On the podium for rookies for the first time. Neither have a victory in the class.
And he takes. Hakim is closing. He took, what is it, 0.7 seconds or.
It's him out the way on towards the back straight. Down they come then.
He just knows that he's got to just keep the laps spinning over 5 laps.
So, a leading group of 9 riders as we come down the back straight.
Our leader, Benyat Fernandez, a 17-year-old Spaniard. And he now is somebody who had to start from the back yesterday, not starting. It's almost a dip in the road there, which, you know, takes the load off. Gonzalez, who has the advantage again. He's tried to break away early on in nasty twitches. Some fell, most didn't, but still some nasty twitches in.
They're all going wide there off the track. Clearly, a bit of wind helping us. It will get you.
And we of course saw it yesterday in the drive. They have closed that gap completely, and it is now back to what an 8.
Coming out of that final turn, so clearly. That final turn is agency. Some guy called Maverick Vinales yesterday. I hope he's doing quite.
You've seen that Marco Morelli has jumped ahead, make away early on in the race. Let's see if he can try and do it again. That's the 7th.
Run of luck this season across both Junior GP and here. But could this be a bit of wind helping them there, I suppose?
And
Jurdun Boggio said keep an eye on him. He's only lost one place from where he started on the grid, so
Back to what, an 8-man battle for the lead again.
and Uriarte's the one.
That was the quickest, and then the run back to the start.
I know he's doing quite good things in MotoGP.
And he's done it, hasn't he? There you flick it left here, back to third gear.
Might have his mojo back, Peter. Spoke to someone who's
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely. This is the fastest part of the circuit. In fact, it's up.
finished outside of the points yesterday. He didn't enjoy qualifying. Very wide there on the exit to Strubben. Now onto this short squirt of a potentially yes. It's now Morelli who's in 6th spot. So Peroni sits 4th in the championship standings. His track is actually Marco Morelli just behind him, who was over a second and a half fish for him. He won the second race back in.
And you think Christian Daniel is going to be able... There's Brian Uriarte right there behind Rico Salmello on the 27.
Because David Acosta's unfortunately gone down. Leads the way, does Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, and he's got the 83.
Yaroslav Karpushin up the inside of his training we've had, and this will be a stonking race.
Final corner.
He takes the lead then from Carpe as they send it through. Rushkin
Out across the circuit. They're 4th or 5th place. You're on board now with Brian Uriarte. This 17, of course, is Yaroslav Karpushin. A season that's gone up and down, up and down. He started off with victory in the first. He crosses the line, and there's now 5 laps remaining.
goes through, nursed Rico out the way. He looks to go a little bit wide there and succumbing.
The man from Kyrgyzstan has the advantage. That
From Uriarte, 144.5. One's just finished on the podium for rookies for the first time. Neither have a victory. He knows he can't let the Argentinian get away. He was sensational to take the... Now as Morelli nerfed him out the way on towards the back straight. While we've been talking, sort of, you can miss the fact that Morelli is... So, a leading group of 9 riders.
now he's opened up a couple of bike lengths lead. He doesn't want to see the Argentine take of Beñat Fernandez, somebody who had to start from the back last.
In a place that he turns it around.
And Brian Uriarte, you can see him there in 3rd place. It is the 11th of David Gonzalez who has the advantage again. He's tried to...
Far, he was in 6th place. This is good stuff from the Italian. He's had a run that he pushed back into 6th, and they're all going wide there off the track. Clearly,
finish also you get up into 6th gear.
An impressive start to the race.
Back in it now. They have closed that gap completely, and it is now. And then through this right-hander, there's 2 fast sections.
As part of his management agency, some guy called Maverick Vinales yesterday.
To 217 kilometres an hour, 135 miles an hour in 6th before.
He's 16th there as well. Seemingly Morelli back straight. It'll be about